Welcome back to the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament here at West Edmonton Mall, presented, of course, by The Brick. My name's Connor Krauser. I'll be your color commentator today, and taking us over will be my friend Mike Gould. Mike, this is another exciting game. I haven't seen Chicago yet.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them too, and should be an excellent opportunity for these guys to play against a Montreal team that's very, very good. We saw some of their best stuff yesterday. And Conrad, which of these two teams are you the most excited to watch this afternoon?
In all honesty, I'm always a fan of the unknown. So that's why I'm happy that we get to finally see Chicago. I think this might be the last team we haven't seen, but I'm also excited for the energy that these fans of the Montreal Canadiens, not the Junior Canadiens as I previously mentioned in some other broadcasts, the Montreal Canadiens, those fans bring huge energy, and it looks like they actually got a drum today.
Well, we also haven't seen Detroit yet. We got to keep that in mind. So a couple of the American teams still ahead of us, and now we'll take a step back in just a moment as these two teams will grace their own blue lines for the playing of the national anthems.
Now, Mike, as we get into these games, I'll give everyone a little bit of a breakdown of how these teams have been doing. Montreal Canadiens are the last team to play their third game, playing their third game right now. They are at a record of 1-1. Their last game was a win last night, 3-1 over the Western Selects. CCM Chicago still looking for their first win, currently at an 0-3 record. They lost 3-1 to that other team we haven't seen, the Red Wings.
Well, this one should be really exciting, Conrad, and both these teams getting ready with Chicago. What do you think of that color scheme on their uniforms?
The Chicago teams, in our experience, have always had interesting colors, regardless of what tournament they're going to. It is truly Chicago colors, though. Have you seen the Chicago flag? Are you a fan of the wrestler CM Punk? That's why this color scheme has been selected.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was just about to mention, if you didn't first, I was going to say that blue is eerily similar to the color of the blue that we see on that beautiful Chicago flag. You ever been to Chicago? That flag is everywhere in that city.
Or if you're at a wrestling show,
yeah.
Now with All Elite Wrestling, CM Punk, those Chicago flags show up everywhere.
Yep. Well, this one should be pretty good. Obviously, the Canadiens wearing some awfully familiar uniforms, and they're getting ready to take on CCM Chicago here this evening at West Edmonton Mall. Glad to have you with us here on ASTV.
Once again, they are the Montreal Canadiens. There's another organization in Montreal called the Montreal Junior Canadiens, not at this tournament. So we do have to make that clarification, and apologies for earlier communications, mostly by myself.
Yeah, whatever. You're all right. We'll make sure that's corrected going forward. And we have the Montreal Canadiens taking on CCM Chicago coming right up here on ASTV. Mike Gould with Conrad Krauser here on this Thursday evening.
Yeah, and lots of support, as I said, coming out for the Montreal Canadiens. But, you know, the teams from Chicago always bring the loudest fans.
Yep.
They might not have numbers, but they are gosh darn loud.
Seeing someone over there in the stands wearing a Duncan Keith t-shirt.
Now an Edmonton Oiler.
Now an Edmonton Oiler, exactly. So
maybe hoping that he's here.
Maybe, yeah. All right, we're just about set for the opening puck drop here at West Edmonton Mall. Chicago, Montreal.
Oh, good. I thought we were having scoreboard issues again as it had gone black, but
we are ready. Puck is in the air. And now it's dropped at center ice, the Brick Invitational Tournament here on ASTV. Coming down the left side for Montreal was Henry, over to the right for Anders, who tried to pull the trigger but couldn't get the shot on goal. And now here comes Chicago back the other way. It's Wambolt who fires a shot, deflects over to the far corner. Picked up there by Axe. Axe sends it down low. Now it's sent back up high for Tyke. Tyke advances forward. Now a shot there by Wambolt. He scores! Ashton Wambolt wastes no time opening the scoring for Chicago. 11:34 still on the clock in this first period.
Puts the puck past the starter for Montreal, who we haven't mentioned yet, number 31, Mason Curry. Curry played really well last night, but sometimes that first shot's the hardest. You aren't ready with what to expect, even though you've just come out of warm-ups.
And we should also mention the starter for Chicago, wearing number 88, is Carter Lillybridge, the same 88 that we see Andrei Vasilevsky wearing up in the NHL.
Becoming more of a popular goaltending number, even though I still think it's a little unconventional.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, as they say. And now at center ice, Chicago looking to try and expand upon its early one-goal lead. Puck down low in the Montreal defensive zone. And it comes up the far side. Montreal, Burke pokes it forward. Burke down the left. He's got Di Placido with him. Burke down low. Burke tries to wrap around, and it's directed wide. Burke now up top. It's Gavia. Gavia hammers it, and it's blocked away by Chicago. Now after it, on the near side is Wambolt. Wambolt can't get it out, though. Ivkovic sends it down low. Down the near side, both teams are trying to dig it free. And Montreal skating after it, but there for Chicago is Downs. Now over to the far side, it's taken by Tyke, who advances it up forward. And out to center ice, it's Ivkovic now on it for Montreal. Ivkovic backhands it forward. Kept in there by Gessing, who goes off for a change for Chicago. Now Chicago keeps the puck into the point only for a moment. Look out. Chaotic change. They're going to call it. Chicago had too many players on the ice. 10:16 to play in this first period. Montreal is about to go to the power play.
Yeah, just sometimes that's what you got to do. If you notice there's a long change going on, just throw the puck in there and see if the linesman is on your side. Of course, we got the combined referee linesman in this match. Only two of our officials, who you can see wearing the red and black stripes.
And Eris Ivanon's going over to serve that penalty for Chicago. So Montreal going up 5-on-4 on the ice surface here. And the Canadiens lose the offensive zone draw. Chicago takes over, and down the right side with it, there is Janulius. Now Chicago sends it all the way down the ice, and Curry leaves it for Derry. Cedric Derry hands it off to Henry. Henry had it just go out of his reach, and Chicago sends it back toward their offensive zone. Wambolt pokes it forward. They're going to say Chicago is offside, and so Ivkovic now on it. Now it's Ivkovic down the left side. Ivkovic below the goal line, circling. Reverses it back down low. Now up top, kept in by Ivkovic. Goes over to the left side there for Cedric Derry. Now back to Ivkovic. Derry on it. Derry down the right side. Derry has Anders in support. Anders and Broccolini involved. Now it's Chicago who takes over, and they fire it to the point. Kept in for a moment, now it's out, and down the left side comes Downs. Downs stops up, fires, and that one just goes wide. Now it's Anders. Anders being hassled from behind, hands it off to Henry. Here comes Henry through the middle. Henry cuts across the line, dishes it off. Anders shoots a blocker, save the rebound. Another stop made there by Carter Lillybridge. And Chicago remains on top by 1.
Lillybridge didn't seem to know where that was. He just kind of fell to make sure it wasn't behind him, but was underneath the pads. Speaking of his gear, has the mismatched blocker and glove.
8:48 on the clock here in this first period. Montreal wins the offensive zone draw. Levy to Richer. Richer shot from the point. Karam's wide. Now Montreal on it again down low. They get it up top for Richer. Richer's shot goes into the near side or far side corner rather, and Montreal still has it off the Karam with 10 seconds to go in this power play. Comes up top. It's Levy on it. Back over to Richer. Richer's shot is blocked, and Chicago chasing the puck out at center. Down the right side, it's Gesink. Gesink takes a spill, and Montreal takes over. And now below the goal line, taking over is Bryan. Ty Bryan down the left side, hammers it off the boards and out to center ice. Chicago sends it back toward Montreal territory where Richer backhands it forward. Now on it is Gesink, but he lost control, and now Richer back on it. Down the right side, Richer. Richer tried to backhand it toward the goal, but Chicago now takes over, and up the near side with the puck comes Gesink, who dumps it in and goes off for a change. Anders takes the spill. Chicago on the puck. Sharp angle shot there, goes wide. Now Derry down the near side advances it. Here comes Anders. Anders with it, fires, and that one just goes high and out of play with 7:20 to remain in this first period.
A couple of those Chicago's fans having to duck and cover. So I will have to say, the ice crew was focusing on this far left-hand corner as we were leaving last night. So I don't know if that's a known troublesome area here on the rink, or if just might have had a little bit of pitting that they had to fix up.
Off the neutral zone draw, Chicago with it. Down the right side comes Axe. Axe shoots it. That one just skitters wide off the Karam. Wambolt after it. Now Montreal takes over. Lassard interfered with a bit at center ice, and they're going to call that. Chicago going down by a player after Lassard was pushed away from being able to chase that puck. It's going to be Thulin heading to the box for Chicago. 5-on-4 power play coming up for Le Canadien.
You know, we've seen a lot of plays like that where the whistle hasn't been pulled out. So it's a little frustrating, I'm sure, as a player to not know
what the standard is.
Yeah.
Well, it was certainly noticeable right in front of us that Lassard's progress was impeded for Montreal, and now he's out there on the power play with 7:04 remaining in this first period. Bryan lining up to take the draw for Montreal. He wins it, but it bounces off the referee's skate, and it's caught in there now. Now Montreal comes away with it. Burke up top, hands it off. At the left side, a shot. Oh, that one stopped there by Lillybridge. Now in tight, and the goaltender deflects it away again. Bryan still with it below the goal line, hands it off to Lassard. Comes up top, Derry to Burke. Burke on the puck, back over to Derry. Derry shot through traffic, sails wide and off the Karam. It's picked up there by Burke. Burke being hassled, and Clark Waugh can't keep it in. Comes back out to center where Lassard is on it. Lassard making moves. Oh, a big collision there. Likely inadvertent, and now Wambolt has some room. Wambolt down the left side with the puck. He has the goal in this game. Wambolt cuts wide, tries a wraparound, and it's stopped there and held on to by Curry. Now he plays it. Montreal looking to advance it up to center ice. Burke dishes it on over to Derry. Derry up to Clark-Waugh. Clark-Waugh stops up and has multiple options. Now he backhands it back to Derry. Derry has his stick lifted and Chicago takes over. But now Montreal causing some problems at center ice. Now Burke on the puck. Burke making some moves. Burke at center has his legs taken out. And now they're going to say that Montreal entered the zone offside with 40 seconds to play in this man advantage.
Wow. Again, I'm just shocked by the pace of this game. These players are so quick and so skilled. I don't think I'll get used to it by the end of the tournament, to be entirely honest.
Face off in the neutral zone, won by Montreal. Battle forms along the near side, and Chicago sends it back into its own territory. Skating back after it for Chicago is Janulius. Sends it over to the far side, and Chicago fires it all the way down the ice. Corey leaves it for Levy. Levy looks up ice and finds his man. With it there is Ivkovic with speed through the middle of the ice. Ivkovic fires, and that one deflects wide. Now Montreal still in pursuit of that puck. It's Anders on the near side. Now Broccolini with it. Broccolini up top, kept alive there by Ivkovic. Just a couple seconds remaining in this power play. Ivkovic makes a nice move. Ivkovic hammers one that deflects high off the stick of Selleck.
That was quite the shot there from Ivkovic.
Now Montreal still down low. Oh, that pass toward Broccolini just couldn't be settled down. And now Chicago looking to bring it out. Down the left side, it's Downs who backhands it in. After it, there is Sisti. Montreal back with the puck, and it's Ivkovic looking up ice, spinning away from a forechecker, and now he finds Broccolini. Broccolini backhands it ahead, and here comes Anders down the right side with speed. Anders leaves it for Henri. Henri fires, glove save made. It's still loose, and now Chicago tried to clear it away. Now Montreal back on it. In the near side corner, comes up top now for Ivkovic. Ivkovic backhands it, but it's blocked away by Sisti, and it comes out to center ice. Pardon me, that's Richer with the puck now at the left side point. Hammers it down low, and Anders gives chase. Anders after the puck. Broccolini also involved, and Broccolini has it now. Broccolini now hands it off, and here comes Montreal. That long pass missed Anders. No icing called on the play, and the Chicago coaching staff doesn't like it. 3:48 to go in this first period. Only 6 shots combined between these two teams so far, with Montreal having 4, Chicago 2. But Chicago has 1 goal on its 2 shots.
But it's been a frantic pace.
Now here's Evenons. Evenons passes it off. Mattersdorfer spins. Mattersdorfer along the near side. Evenons in there for support, but Montreal comes away with it. Here comes DiPlacido down the right side. DiPlacido pulling off moves. DiPlacido hands it off. Here's a chance in front, and that pass was just behind Maddox Burke. Puck comes out to center ice, and that's Derry who flipped it forward. Now DiPlacido on it. Pass is picked off by Chicago, and Mattersdorfer backhands it ahead. Chicago on a pending offside. Evenons touches it. Montreal wants the faceoff to be all the way down the ice, but it's going to be just in the neutral zone.
So we mentioned the blue, white, and red that Chicago is wearing, but a neat little touch to their crest is that because they're coming to the brick tournament, the Chicago has a brick fill in it, so it's all got bricks all over it. It's really cool. There's a couple cool
clever.
accents.
That's clever. Face off in the neutral zone. Lassard lining up to take it for Montreal, but it's Chicago who comes away with it. And here comes Wambolt down the right side. Wambolt has the puck knocked away from him by Derry. Now Axe helping out for Chicago. And now Montreal takes over. Sends it up the near side. It's Levy with it. Levy down the right. Levy with Clark-Waugh. Leaves it for Clark-Waugh. And he's battling for it along the near side boards. Puck's still stuck up there. Now Montreal has it. It's Lassard. Lassard couldn't quite pull the trigger, and Chicago will try to clear the zone. Montreal getting a stick on that one, but now Levy down the right side gets it across the blue line. Now it's Lassard with a shot, and a glove save made there by Lillybridge for a face-off inside the Chicago zone.
Confident glove save there. He's had a couple pucks bounce out early on in this game, but that one, confidence still in that glove hand.
2:16 remaining in this first period. Face-off upcoming in the Montreal attacking zone, and it's won by Henry. Loose below the face-off circle there, and now it's Chicago who brings it out. Down the right side, a shot there by Guessing, deflected wide. And now after it is Tomchak. Whether there now is Downs. Downs below the goal line. Downs backhands it up the far side. Anders picks it off for Montreal and brings it up to center. Anders has Broccolini. Anders with the puck. Still with it at the right face-off circle. Anders below the goal line now. Anders still circling. Now he hands it off to Ivkovic. Ivkovic up top. Bounces it back over to Anders. Had the puck knocked away from him. Tomchak gives chase at center ice. Now over on the right side, it's Guessing who dumps it in for Chicago. Back on it for Montreal is Ivkovic. Ivkovic spins away from the forechecker and gets it up ahead to Anders. Anders makes some moves at center ice. Backhands it over to Broccolini down the right side. Drops it for Anders, but it's knocked away there by Chicago. And here they come. It's Drury down the left. Drury into the middle. Oh, and that one was just out of the reach of Wambolt, who was streaking toward the far post. Now Montreal looking to bring it out to center, and they do. As we're in the final minute of this first period, Derry is dropped. There's a shot by Montreal, and a save made by Lillybridge for a face-off. 53.8 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, only the 5th shot here for Montreal. And Chicago hasn't had a shot since their goal, have they?
I don't believe so.
Not a shot on net, no.
No. Actually, they might have had one. I believe they scored on their first shot.
You are correct. But it has been quite a while.
It has absolutely been quite a while. And now down the near side, Chicago trying to change that. Here comes Wambolt. Wambolt trying to get through the defense, but Derry takes it away for Montreal. Derry battling away from Wambolt. Gets it up ahead to Burke. Burke bounces it off the boards, and it's taken away by DiPlacido. And now the arm is in the air. There's going to be a penalty called, and it looks like it'll be against Chicago.
So I really want to give the benefit of the doubt on this call, but I think this one might have been one of the weaker ones we've seen. It wasn't like he was water skiing, just a position battle.
Nevertheless, it is Ashton Wambolt, the goal scorer for Chicago in this one, who will sit for 2 minutes or less with 29.5 seconds remaining in this first period. D-zone draw won by Chicago. Bounced off a stanchion and remains in the zone. Derry up top with the puck. Long shot there, deflects off. Drury comes out in front. Oh, it's off the post. Oh, it didn't go in. How did that not go in? Oh, my goodness. Montreal so close, yet so far.
Off both posts.
I cannot believe that. Now Brian from a sharp angle. That one sails high. Ivkovic couldn't keep it in. And Chicago now, Ivkovic does keep it in. Up top, DiPlacido with a shot. Just sails wide. And that will do it for the first period. Chicago 1, Montreal 0 after 12 minutes of play.
So I'm asking a lot of our production team here, but do we have that as a replay yet? That the post and post, do we have it as a replay?
I just can't believe that didn't go in. That
yeah,
was astonishing.
I want to see how that didn't go in, because I could have sworn it was off both posts.
What I think happened is I think the first shot went off the left post. It was loose in the crease, and Montreal fired it off the far post. It was like they went through the crease, but instead they hit the post.
Oh, my goodness. The best scoring chance from either team. If we don't get it now, we'll certainly get it broken down for you here in the next period. Or between the two periods. Reminder, this is a shorter intermission. Not even a dry scrape, not even a shovel. We're just going to head right on into our second period of play. And you know what? The Montreal fans haven't been as loud as they have been in the past. I don't know if any of them have us up on the stream there, but might be a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, 104 left in this first intermission, and yeah, they've got to get some more decibels over there from the Montreal side, and heck, from both sides. We've seen this building get super loud at points during today's action. Love to see that again.
Yeah, no worries. I'd love if I could show you this highlight at some point. We'll find a time to show it, because oh boy, could the tables have turned. The ice have shifted. If that puck had slid about 3 inches. Oh, it looks like we got it here. Coming up.
So here's the play. Off the face-off.
Off the back post. Oh, and it doesn't shift quite fast enough, but I think that was the second post.
Well, we're back underway in this second period at center ice, and it's still 1:24 of penalty time for Chicago here, so Montreal will have the opportunity to tie this one up. They've had lots of chances around the net, and now a tuck chance. Oh, how did that stay out? Oh, it was kicked out by the foot of the goaltender, Lillybridge. So close. Now Derry through traffic. That one's deflected wide. Puck rimmed around to the far side for Burke. Burke with it. Backhands it down low in the direction of Bryan. Bryan below the goal line. Bryan up top for Ivkovic. Ivkovic tried to send it down low, but guessing causing him some trouble. Now it's Burke. Dishes it off. Here's a chance. DiPlacido missed the net.
Did he miss or did it go off the skate of the defender? Defender looked up like he had taken a piece of it.
Now coming down the other way is Downs. Downs couldn't get it to go, and now Montreal brings it back the other way. DiPlacido with the puck. DiPlacido fires, blocker save made there by Lillybridge. And now it goes all the way down the ice with 20 seconds to go on this penalty. Derry on the puck. Derry looking up ice. Finds his man Levy at center ice. Down the left side. Cutting in with Clark Waugh. Pass was behind him, and now Chicago takes over. 5 seconds to go on the penalty. Axe sends it in on goal, and now Ivkovic on it as we have returned to 5-a-side hockey. Now it's Lassard on the puck. Lassard over to the near side for Levy. Gets it up ahead for Clark Waugh. Clark Waugh. A shot and a glove save made there by Lillybridge. Nice stop there for number 88 in black.
Has certainly seen a few pucks bouncing around right in front of him, and only 9 shots, but I think it should be more. Been a lot of those little jam plays. Could contribute a few extra shots.
Now Broccolini off the face-off up top to Gavia. A one-time shot by Richer. Flutters just wide. Now down low, it's Anders after it. Anders helped out by Broccolini. That pass up top is picked off by Chicago, and with it now is Sisti. Sisti through the middle. Sisti cutting back in. Sisti's shot and a glove save made there by Corey. Hold on for a draw with 9:56 to play in the second period.
Well, Chicago needs to get some shots now. They killed the penalty off very effectively, but now they need to start firing pucks to the net. The misattributed Wayne Gretzky quote, "You miss 100% of the shots you never take," couldn't be more apt.
Face-off upcoming. Even-ons, wearing number 41, lining up to take the draw here against Easton Anders. And it's Anders who pokes it forward. Lassard now gives chase. Lassard finds it. He has Henry. That pass is knocked away by Chicago, though, and Montreal has to regroup. They dump it in with Henry caught about 10 miles offside. And now Chicago back on it.
This is a big, tall set of players out on the field. Number 41, Ivan, is very tall, as well the D pairing, including Ashton Wambolt.
And now a delayed penalty called. It's going to go against Montreal, and it'll be for interference. So Chicago is heading to the power play with 9:29 to play in this second period.
Gabriel Gavela heading to the box. This will be an opportunity for some of those shots I mentioned. If we have to have one criticism of the Quebec goaltender, it's sometimes he does let those dangerous rebounds out. So fire from the point and see if you can knock one back in.
Now at the top with the puck is Wambolt. Wambolt fires, and that one just goes wide. And now here comes Chicago back the other way. It's Burke. Burke flips it in deep. And Wambolt now back on it for Chicago. Gessink. Dylan Gessink down the left side. Fires it over to the far side for Drury. Drury in on the puck. Below the goal line now, being hassled from behind. And now it's taken by Downs. Downs battling for it with Derry. And now it comes up top for Ashton Wambolt.
Wambolt through traffic. Turned aside there by Curry. Down low, it's Guessing. Guessing gets his stick lifted, and Montreal's Burke fires it all the way down the ice. Now back on it for Chicago's Wambolt. Fires it over to Wambolt. Yes, that's right. There's two Wambolts on the Chicago team, Aiden and Ashton. Ashton has the goal in this game. Now the puck is sent over in the direction of Downs. Downs battling for it, and he picks it up. Downs has it up top. Circling the offensive zone. Downs has Wambolt up top. Wambolt fires it, and he scores!
His second of the game for Ashton Wambolt.
Ashton Wambolt off the feed from Jamison Downs, and Chicago leads Montreal 2-0.
The original 6 cities in a classic here so far.
A fantastic play there by Ashton Wambolt, who anticipated that pass the entire way and finally got himself into a position to receive it, and when he did so, he slammed that shot past the goaltender Mason Corey to make it 2-0 for Chicago. Face-off at center ice is won by Montreal. Look out, a malfunction. Here comes Sisti all alone. Sisti shoots. Stopped there by Corey. Oh, so close to making it 3-0 for Chicago.
Corey looks like his confidence shaken a little bit. For his first look wasn't to see if it was down under him. It's to look if it was behind him.
Close call there for Chicago. They lead 2-0 here despite being outshot 9-6 by the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal trying to break the puck out, and with it there is Henry. Henry through the middle has Di Placido with him. Henry fires. Oh, and a glove save made, but it's dropped by the goaltender Lillybridge, and we'll see if Chicago's able to clear it.
Henry has certainly been an active part of this offense, carrying the puck a lot.
And he passes it now to Burke. Burke is dropped. Derry takes it, backhands it in front. That one just goes wide. Now Evenons sends it up over to the near side where it's taken by Sisti. Sisti unable to clear. And now it's Burke on it. Burke has space. Dishes it to Henry. And a nice diving play there by Tomchak breaks it up. Henry in front to Di Placido. Goes by him. And now Levy keeps it in the left point. Evenons now on it for Montreal, or for Chicago. Rims it around. And it's picked up there by Chicago's player on the far side. That's Mattersdorfer. Now there's a battle inside the far side boards. And Montreal trying to poke it free. Di Placido couldn't. Sent back out to safety by Mattersdorfer. Now back on it for Chicago is Tomchak. Tomchak over to the near side for Sisti. Here comes Sisti down the right side. Sisti had the puck knocked off his stick by Levy. And now Sisti sends it down low for Evenons. Evenons dishes it off for Mattersdorfer. Mattersdorfer spins and gets it up for Evenons. Now up top it's Janulius. Janulius' shot deflected off the skate of Darien into the far corner. And now down low it's Sisti. Sisti in front, backhands it. It bounced off a Montreal player. Montreal gets it out to safety, and here they come on a 2-on-1. It's Broccolini. Broccolini fires, save. It carries back toward the net, but it's kept out there by Tommy Selleck. And now Chicago coming back the other way. That pass didn't quite connect, and now Ivkovic back on it. Sends it up ahead for Richer. Richer over to the far side. Couldn't quite find Broccolini, and Selleck hammers it all the way down the ice. They will call icing on the play. And with 5:48 to go in this second period, the faceoff will be down into the Chicago zone.
Tough to get caught in the pinch in this age group because everybody's so quick. Broccolini races away but unable to get the shot past. And there is a little bit of awareness that these players need to be aware of. When you're racing in 2-on-0, it doesn't help if you're flying past the goaltender.
That's right. And now Richer up top, a long shot. Oh, it bounced on goal, and it was kicked aside there by Lillybridge. Now it's Bryan who sends it below the goal line. On it there for Chicago is Wambolt, who gets it up the far side. And Chicago's turned back by Montreal. Anders trying to find it. Hands it off. Broccolini, toe drags, fires, and it just sails high.
And by just, you mean 2 or 3 inches.
Not high at all, like very, very close. And now Chicago breaks it out to center ice. Tomczak down the right side. Grayson Tomczak spins, looks up top, and now Montreal takes it away. Here comes Brian down the near side. Brian chips it to himself. He's got room in front. Broccolini couldn't quite reach it. Close call for Montreal.
Two options in front of the net. Neither stopped up to look for a rebound.
Now the puck up the near side. Chicago gets it to safety. Richer bounces it off the back of Anders and into the Chicago zone. Now Richer on it again, but Anders is caught way offside, and they're not very happy with him on the Montreal bench as he was going off for a line change.
Yeah, it is an old barn reminder with the penalty box between the two teams, so it is a long way to that front door, and if you do the change, that player will come in offside.
Face-off upcoming in the neutral zone. Henri there to take it, and he wins it, but Chicago hard after it, and that was Drury who lost control.
Another point about these boards, they are very tall. I noticed that when I was on the ice last night. Very much an old school barn.
Now Clark Waugh couldn't quite control it, and they'll touch it offside with 4:27 to go in this second period. Face-off upcoming in the neutral zone.
A reminder that this rink is designed for everyday use. You can come when we are not participating in this tournament. You can rent skates and skate on this ice yourself.
Yeah, they even have free helmet rentals here. It's a pretty good deal at West Ed. Now here comes Axe back the other way. Passes it to Drury. Back in front. And that one was just behind Wambolt. And now it's Henri. Henri leading the charge up the ice for Montreal. Down the left side. Fires a shot. A nice save made there by Lillibridge.
Combination of shoulder and mask, it sounded like.
Chicago coming back the other way. It's Wambolt across the blue line. Fires a shot. And a save made there by Corey, who holds on for a face-off inside the Montreal zone. 3:53 to go in this first period. The second period, rather.
It must have gone off the mask, because as we were racing down, my eyes went back to Lillibridge, and he was reaching up to make sure all the straps were still on his goal mask.
Face-off upcoming, and it's won by Chicago. Selleck at the point. Try to keep it alive, and he does. He backhands it down the far side boards. Sends it down low, and now on it is Ivkovic. Ivkovic stops up below the goal line. Backhands it ahead. DiPlacido waiting for it, but he's beaten to it by Sisley.
Oh, that would have been dangerous if he had made contact.
Yeah, Selleck fanned on that shot. Here comes DiPlacido back the other way. DiPlacido down the right side. Now has it below the goal line. Helped out there, and now Montreal loses it to Chicago. Now it's Mattersdorfer down the left side. Into the middle, it's Sisti. Sisti across the blue line at the circle. And now he still has it on his stick. Gets it up top, and it's taken there by Selleck. Pardon me, Ivanon's on the puck in front, and that pass was received by Mattersdorfer, but he took a tumble. Now here come the Canadians. It's Brian leading the charge. Look at him go, Brian! Oh, and he couldn't pull the trigger on that shot.
Ran out of room.
Close call there for number 3 in white. Now on it is Wambolt. Wambolt with the puck, rumbling down that left side, but Montreal tried to clear, they couldn't. It bounced off the referee's skate. Chicago sends it in deep, and giving chase for them is Dylan Guessing, but that's Ivkovic on it first for Montreal. There come Le Canadien down the left side. It's Ivkovic across the blue line and at the left face-off circle. Now below the goal line. Ivkovic surveys. He still has it. Finds his man up top. It's Burke. Burke winds up and fires a shot that's gloved and held onto by Lillibridge.
So the Montreal bench not too happy with the ref for a couple reasons. Felt that there was an offside miss. As well, held the puck in after it bounced off his skate. Another negative of these boards, the referees can't jump up on them as easily as you see in the NHL, where they have the standard lower boards. Harder to get out of the way.
Face off in the offensive zone, won by Montreal. Long shot by Levy as blocker to side and held onto by Lillibridge. For a face off inside the Chicago zone, coming up 2:07 on the clock in this second period.
And a reminder that this score has been going against the run of play. Montreal's 14 shots compared to Chicago's 7.
Chicago with the puck now, and down the right side comes Drury. Drury cuts to the middle. Drury now at the left face-off circle, fires a shot that deflects on goal. Rebound there for Wambolt. Wambolt's pass toward Axe was knocked away by Montreal. And now up the near side comes the Canadians. Anders backhands it toward himself. Wambolt beats him there and sends it back out to the neutral zone where Levy's waiting. Hands it off to Richer. Richer backhands it into Montreal's attacking zone. Wambolt back there first, rims it around, but Broccolini cuts it off. Now he loses control to Wambolt. Wambolt sends it ahead for Drury, who chips it out to center ice. Drury down the right side. Drury with the puck at the right face-off circle, chips it down low, and now Montreal takes over, 1:15 on the clock, and they're looking for a goal. They turn it over. Here's a chance for Chicago, but unable to pull a trigger there was Tomchak. Down low, it's Wambolt. Wambolt trying to wrap around. That one went off his skate. Chicago still on it. Downs couldn't pull the trigger. Tomchak's shot was blocked by Henry. Now at center, it's Broccolini. Backhands it toward Anders, but it goes over his stick. And now Chicago on the puck. It's Tomchak down the right side. Dumps it in.
Diving play by the player coming off the bench to keep the play onside.
And now the puck out at center ice. No, it can't clear. Henry didn't get it across the line. Now Richer over to Levy. Levy almost mishandled it. And again, Chicago keeps it alive. It's Gessing at the right circle. Gessing tries to push it down low. Gessing trying to make something happen. He's helped out there by Grayson Tomchak. Comes up top, kept alive. A shot there by Thulin is swallowed up and held on to by by Corey, the other goaltender for Montreal, with 18.5 seconds on the clock.
Thulin tried to almost play it off the bounce. Gets that fluttering rainbow towards the net. And it was Thulin who had made the diving play to keep the play onside, too.
Face off in the attacking zone when just a few seconds left in this second period. Now Montreal has the puck, and it's Ivkovic motoring. But he can't get it out. It's kept in by Wambolt. Down, sends it down for Wambolt. Wambolt has 2 in this game already. Tried to pull off a move to get past Derry. He couldn't. And that will do it for our second period. Shots favoring Montreal 14-8 in this one, but Chicago is on top 2-0. Mike Gould's here along with Conrad Krausert on ASTV. And we'll be back with you for more here at the Brick Invitational Tournament in a few moments. But before that, Conrad, your initial takes on these first 2 periods.
2 incredible goals off the stick of Ashton Wambolt. Truly are the difference makers at this point. But honestly, Connor Lillybridge has seen some tough shots, seen some tough 2-on-1s, and has been able to get parts of his body in front of it, keeping it out. And you know what? For a team that hasn't had a single win in this tournament, Chicago's playing with a lot of confidence.
A lot of confidence, yeah,
A lot
absolutely.
of no-look drop passes, sometimes for better or worse, but definitely look like they're looking to get rid of that goose egg in the win column.
Well, Mike Gould one more time with Conrad Krausert. We'll be back with you shortly with more from West Edmonton Mall here at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament on ASTV. Stay tuned for more coming up here from Edmonton.
All right, Conrad Krauser, your color commentator here to get you through our highlights. We got 3 highlights to run through here, and I think it's going to feature a fair share of Ashton Wambolt. Just a guess. So let's go with our first clip here. I believe this is Ashton's first goal in the first period of play. It is. Montreal unable to exit the zone, and it's the curse of so many teams as Wambolt just puts a nice shot through a couple different screens, finding the short side, that left side just under the catching glove. You know, gotta exit the zone cleanly. Doesn't matter what level of hockey you're playing at, you definitely need to make sure if you're gonna get that puck clear, you get it clear and out. The mistakes, they're coming back to cost you no matter what level of hockey we're at. Then we had an insane scramble play. This is on a Chicago power play in the Quebec zone. Could have, or no, I think I got that reversed. Let's get them on the big window. I'm not that important. All right, so yes, it was a Montreal power play. Yeah, and it was Wambolt in the box, the goal scorer. So here it is. I wish we had the slowdown feature, but shot from the point, in off the side, the far post. Arms are up in celebration, but no, it was put off the far post. Let's run that one more time from the top, if we can. All right, hopefully this is a little bit smoother. Oh, no, it's still pretty choppy, but here, okay. Here now it's resolved. Shot from the point, off the far post, scramble in front. Montreal can't manage to put it in despite the wide open 4x6. All right, unfortunate. Wide open 4x6, sometimes the hardest to put it in on, that empty net. And then we have Ashton Wambolt once again. Oh my goodness, looking for his hat trick. Got a goal in the first, goal in the second. Let's see if the trend continues. But let's look at that second period goal whenever we have it ready. A little bit more of a grindy goal, if I do have to say. Again, not able to get it out on this far side. Put back in. Oh, no, that was the same goal that we saw before. But get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look here at our system. But yeah, I don't know. Will we see a third goal from Ashton Wambolt? I would like to say so. And remember, he's one of the 2 pairs of twins on this team. Aiden Wambolt also on the team, in addition to Keegan Tomsiak and Grayson Tomsiak. Let's get that replay going. Unless I'm too early again. I'm too early once again. But we mentioned a couple different players that could potentially turn the tide for Quebec. Justin Henry, one of the names that I can think of. Milos Ivkovic definitely can change plays from the back end. We got the good old buffer. 3 dots that all of us know so well, regardless if we have any worth with technology. But here we go. Let's try and blow that back up and reverse that all the way at the beginning. Not technology not loving us here on the replay segment. But here we go. In the second period, passed out front, and oh, it almost looked like it was tipped off one of the players in front of the net, but we are going to say it is still Ashton Wambolt's goal, putting the game at 2-0 as we head on here from the Ice Palace at West Edmonton Mall. Once again, my name's Conrad Krauser. I'm your color guy. On behalf of myself and your play-by-play commentator, Mike Gould, we're looking forward to bringing you the third period.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Well, you can hear all the drums in the background here at West Edmonton Mall. We're waiting for the third period to begin here in this game at the 33rd annual Brick Invitational Tournament, where it is the Montreal Canadiens and CCM Chicago getting ready to take to the ice here for this third and final period of regulation.
Yeah, it's been I'd say a closer contested match than the score would suggest. But two brilliant goals from Ashton Wambolt have this game at its current score of 2-0. As we've mentioned multiple times, this would be Chicago's first win of the tournament against a Quebec team that's been proving more than game against most competition.
Mike Gould here along with Conrad Krausert on ASTV, where it is Montreal out shooting Chicago 14-8 through 24 minutes of action, but it's Chicago leading by a pair of goals as Le Canadiens take the ice.
Yeah, the Canadiens need to draw off this crowd. They've now started to get the drums going, so that adds a little bit of extra noise. They did get in a little bit of trouble. They were the ones bringing the air horns, and city bylaws do not permit that within the...
That was extremely loud. It was
Yes.
very loud. It was like we were at an airport or something. It was
Not safe for people's ears.
No, it was very loud, and so that issue's been rectified. The players are on the ice and ready to go for this one. Third period about to get underway. Montreal, Chicago, coming at you here at the Brick.
And for once, no team is starting the third period on the power play.
Yeah, how about that? And it's five-a-side hockey. Ty Bryan lining up to take the face-off here against Rylan Axe for Team Chicago. The fans are into it. The coaches are into it. The players are into it. We're into it here on ASTV. Ready to take you home with this third period.
Playing a little bit of a hometown Montreal anthem. I can't remember what this song is actually called, but it's a song that the the big Canadians play after every win. I think it might just be called MONTREAL.
Probably. Face-off won by Chicago, and we are underway in this third period. Sent up the near side boards, and now it goes out of play, so a very quick whistle, just 8 seconds into this final frame, and the face-off will likely be inside the Chicago end.
So of note, I believe CCM Chicago has 2 pairs of twins on their roster. Aiden and Ashton Wambolt, and Keegan and Grayson Tomsiak.
I believe that's correct, Conrad. Now there's a shot by Burke that sails high. Off the carom, Chicago rims it around, and after it there is Wambolt. Here comes Ashton Wambolt on hat trick watching this one. He fires a shot, and the save is made by Corey.
It's one of those names that doesn't matter if you have the first initial. Still going to be the same.
Wambolt down low. Yeah, his brother is Aiden Wambolt, so it would both just be a couple of A Wambolts. Might as well just keep it the same. Down low, Axe couldn't pick it up, and on there for Montreal is Levy. Wambolt takes it away, battling for it down low, and now Montreal skates onto it. Sent up the far sideboards out to center ice, and Tyke dumps it in. Now Montreal on it. Richer gets caught up there. Oh, almost too many men on the ice for Le Canadien. Now Anders back on it. Gets it up to Henry. That's Justin Henry with the puck. Finds DiPlacido. DiPlacido fires a shot. A save made. The rebound was loose for a moment. Montreal couldn't find it. Now Gessing tried a cross-ice pass that he fanned on. Second try does go over to Tyke, and Tyke looks up ice, finds Tomchak. Tomchak at the circle, fires a shot, and it's gloved and held onto by Corey.
If this is your first game of the afternoon sessions, you'll notice that we have that mosaic tile effect on the far side of the ice, but we also have a little bit of water pooling. It's the effect of running so many games and flooding so many times. It's just going to happen, so the players do have to make notice of where that water is building up.
Face-off won by Chicago. Selleck with a drive. It's blocked there by DiPlacido. Can't clear the zone, at least not at first. Now he does, up ahead to Anders, but it's cut off there by Janulius. Janulius hands it off. Evenens tries to settle it down, but he couldn't quite manage it. And now Montreal brings it out to center ice. Henry over to Anders. Back to Henry. Henry gets dumped, and now Ivkovic keeps it into the point. Ivkovic tried to send it down low. It rims over in the direction of Anders. Anders tried to get it in front, but Evenons cut it off. It's out to center. After there is Mattersdorfer, but he couldn't settle it down, and now Chicago in on it. When there is Selleck, gets it out to Sisti, and here comes Sisti down the left side. He chips it in deep. Giving chase is Mattersdorfer. Mattersdorfer battling for it. He's battling against Ivkovic for Montreal, and it squirts free for Le Canadien. Comes out to center ice, where it's picked off there by Torchak. Now DiPlacido tried to advance it forward. Chicago takes over one more time, and on the near side, it's Thulin with the puck. Chase Thulin crosses ice, pass, is taken by Gessing, but they're going to say that Chicago entered the zone offside, much to the chagrin of their coaching staff. And with 12:16 to go in the third period, the faceoff will be in the neutral zone.
Oh, you love to see that. I don't know if we have a camera on the bench right now. We got dancing going on the Chicago bench.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping the boys loose, the backup tendy.
Donovan Knapp having a lot of fun there for Chicago, despite not playing in this game. And now it's Richer on the puck for Montreal. Gets it up to Broccolini. Broccolini ahead. Finds his man. Through the middle there. That shot by Clark Waugh was blocked. And now the other way, Chicago missed on that pass, and their coach is irate that they did.
They have some of the most animated coaches out of any of the teams.
These two teams do. I think it's these two teams that are tied for first, and they're going head-to-head. Now Montreal with the puck, up ahead to Clark Waugh. Clark Waugh fires a shot. Seen all the way. Oh, the rebound was loose in the crease. My goodness. Lovely-Bridge got in the way of the shot, but he let the rebound in a dangerous area. And now Brian has it down low for Montreal. Brian with the puck. Hassled there by a couple of Chicago players, and now it's taken away from him by Gus Tick. Gets it out to center ice, and Levy's back on it. Hands it off over to Richer. Montreal dumps it in, and Chicago back on it.
Once again, having a hard time with the line changes.
Now Wambolt down the left side. Tried to fire a shot but couldn't get it off. And now it's rimmed around where Axe gives chase for Chicago. Drury on it. Now it's kicked ahead by Montreal, but they don't escape the zone. And now Chicago has it out at center. Selleck ahead to Wambolt. Here's Wambolt. Lost control of the puck, and Montreal will try to clear. They can't. Drury sends it down low. Ivkovic cuts it off. Ivkovic being hassled there by Wambolt, and now helping out for Montreal is Henry. Henry making moves. Here comes Justin Henry through center. Henry on the forehand drops it there. Anders tried to fire a shot, but it was knocked away from him by Selleck. And now it's out at center. Over to the right side for Axe. Axe from distance shoots. The rebound was loose for Montreal for a moment. Finally, it's covered up there by Curry for a face-off with 10:10 to play in the third.
Curry thought he had it initially and didn't even know the puck was lying there, but definitely makes the nice sprawl to make sure it's trapped under that glove hand. I almost would have thrown my stick and tried to get back. Just try and get as much length as I can.
Now Chicago off that offensive zone draw. Couldn't quite get the shot off. And here comes Lessard down the right side with speed. Lessard toward the goal. Fires it just wide. Off the carom. Richer from the point. That one skipped just wide. Now DiPlacido after it. DiPlacido making moves up top. DiPlacido fending off Ivanon. Sends it down low and tries to get it back himself. Chicago trying to advance that puck. And now it's cut off by Brian. Hands it off to Lessard. Lessard being pushed from behind, and now Chicago gets it out to center. Here they come, it's Sisti. Sisti over to Mattersdorfer, stops up, fires, and a shoulder save made there. Nice stop by Corey.
And a nice idea by Mattersdorfer, making sure to stop and drive by the two defenders.
Now Mattersdorfer still on it. Good stuff here by number 8 in black. Comes up top. Tomczak's shot is blocked by Montreal. Now Bryan pushing it forward. Here comes Ty Bryan down the right, into the middle. Bryan fires a shot, and a kick save made there by Lillibridge. Chicago unable to clear, and it's still kept in by DiPlacido. Sends it down low, and on it there is Burke. Burke reverses it down low. DiPlacido gives chase. DiPlacido on the puck below the goal line. Comes up top, kept alive there by Govia. Now Chicago takes over, and it's Tomczak. Grayson, Tomczak fires on a glove save made there by Curry. He'll hold on for a face-off inside the Montreal zone.
Oh, you know, if I'm one of these Montreal players, I'm gripping this carbon fiber stick until it's dust. You've had your opportunities, just not able to get it past.
Face-off in the O-zone won by Chicago. Trying to bring it up top. Now it's Montreal with the puck. Gavia advances it. Comes out to center ice. Henry couldn't settle it down. Now Chicago bringing it back the other way. In front. That pass didn't quite connect. Now over to the far side. And finally the music is switched off. Montreal's coaches were very upset on the bench about it.
They're here for a good time, not a long time.
Now at center. Chicago takes control in their own zone. Look out. There's a Chicago player down on all fours inside his own goal crease. And now he's back on his feet. Here's Downs the other way. Downs cutting in. Fires. Save made there by Corey. Henry trying to clear, but he's turned back there by Tomczak. Comes up top, and now after it is guessing, but now Montreal brings it out to center. They have a 2-on-1. It's Henry with Broccolini. That pass is knocked away, though, by Thulin. Now in front. Oh, and Clark Waugh couldn't get the shot off. He had the puck in a dangerous scoring area, but ended up on his stomach. Now Chicago sends it out to center ice, and on there for Montreal is Caparuso. Gets it out for Clark Waugh. He's hassled from behind, and nothing doing there. No call on the play. Now Bryan has it for Montreal. Bryan through the middle. Cutting wide. Bryan still has it below the goal line. Bryan passes it up top. Broccolini one-times it, and the save is made there by Lillibridge, who falls on top of the puck.
So with 6:55 to play in this period, Mike, if you're Ashton Wambolt, how much are you thinking about that third goal?
Oh, if I'm Ashton Wambolt, 100%. If Ashton Wambolt is Ashton Wambolt, I don't know. But I would imagine in a tournament like this, scoring a hat trick could mean a lot.
Could mean a lot for you, and then honestly, it's just an incredible feeling. I'm sure he's probably elated scoring too.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. That third goal, though, means a heck of a lot.
Yeah, and reminder, we have no netting around the board, so you may see the hats actually come flying if he managed to get that third one.
Chicago skating after the puck in the offensive zone. Trying to take it away there was Axe. Now Montreal's player Derry has his stick whacked out of his hands, and Chicago takes an offensive zone face-off or penalty here with 6:33 to go in the regulation time.
I think this might be my favorite penalty call I've ever got to announce. That penalty is going to go to Rylan Axe for slashing.
Oh.
The axe was slashing.
Well, that's just what an axe does.
Yeah, can't penalize that. Come on.
That's just in the axe's nature. And now Montreal set to take the face-off in the offensive zone on the power play. It escapes the offensive zone now, and with it there is Anders. Now Henry picks it up. Here comes Justin Henry down the left side with speed. Henry making moves, loses the puck there to Wambolt, who backhands it into the Chicago bench. There will be a face-off inside the Chicago zone with 6:14 to play in the third period.
So that did end up going off the boards. We do not have delay of game penalties in effect in this tournament. But, you know, it was pretty close if we did have that penalty in existence here.
Montreal wins the face-off in the attacking zone. At the left point, it's Burke. Burke lost control, and Chicago chips it out to center. Lassard hands it off over to Derry. Ahead for Anders, who chips it over for Henry. Lassard giving chase. Henry also there. Lassard couldn't quite spin and fire it. Now Chicago sends it to the line, not out. Kept in by Derry. Hammers a shot. Oh my goodness. Get a radar gun on that one. That one looked like it was going about 100 miles an hour. And now Derry keeps it into the point. Sends it down low. Back on it now for Chicago is Downs to the line, and again kept in by Montreal. Over the right side, Anders in front. That pass, Lassard directs it just wide. Henry up top, and Montreal not able to keep that one in. Now there's a race for the puck, but Burke wins it.
Carter Lillibridge made those saves without his stick in his hands.
Now here comes Burke. Burke with some speed down the left side. Burke fires a shot, and a save made there by Carter Lillibridge. He covers up with 5:13 to go in the third period.
That's got to be tough when you're a goaltender. You know you're already down on a 5-on-4 on the penalty kill, but then you lose your stick. You almost got to feel like you got to do everything. And an interesting face-off play being set up here.
Face-off won by Chicago. They're back on it. Now Montreal takes over, comes up top. A long shot there, deflects over to the near side for Clark Waugh, who turns it over. Here comes Chicago. It's Wambolt. He has two. He stops up, backhands it. Oh, a shoulder save made there by Corey. Wambolt, oh so close. Now Wambolt after it in the far corner. Can't take it away from Bryan, though. And now Ty Bryan is wheeling. Bryan down the near side, has control of the puck. Ty Bryan into the middle of the ice, and that shot was fanned on. Montreal can't get it on net. Montreal still trailing 2-0 here despite outshooting Chicago 18-12, and we're back to five-a-side hockey. Axe sends it all the way down the ice, and that should be icing against Chicago, and it will be.
That's a smart play. The defenseman didn't stop striding, but definitely took a step off of his stride.
4:21 remaining in this third period. Offensive zone draw upcoming for Montreal in this one, as they look to get on the board and potentially tie this one up. Ivkovic up top, can't fire the shot, and Tomchak forces it back out to center. Chicago has it. With it there is Take. Sends it out to center ice. Tomchak can't receive it cleanly, but now it's onto the stick of Sisti. Over to the far side for Tyke, who sends it all the way down the ice. That will be an icing against Chicago, and Tyke is not very happy with himself.
Remember, this is being played under Hockey Alberta Minor Hockey. Let's get the words in the right order. Under their rule book, so you are allowed to get a line change on an icing. Of course, it's still an offensive zone faceoff for the other team.
Chicago's coach is very unhappy with Tyke as he heads to the bench, receiving some words of encouragement now, but up top, Richer with a long shot stop. The rebound, oh, it's sent wide by Anders. So close there for number 28 in white. Couldn't get it to go.
Yawning Cage. Again, maybe the 4x6 being empty was intimidation more than anything.
Now Downs dumps it in for Chicago. Giving chase is Wambolt. Richer gets there first, hands it off for Derry. Montreal on the puck down the right side. It's Henry cutting in. Henry takes a spill. Chicago takes a penalty. 3:23 on the clock. Montreal going up 5-on-4.
And that's an important penalty killer heading to the box. Number 11, Robert Selleck, one of the minute-eating defensemen here for this Chicago team. And it's a full 2 minutes, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout called.
By Montreal.
Taken by Montreal, yep. Finally got to see the signal. And that makes sense. You want to make sure, being down 2, get a goal early here, and then maybe try and get another one. And it looks like they are going to be of the Patrick Waugh mentality, pulling Mason Codry off of the ice early.
Should be a 6-on-5 scenario when we return to action here. Shots favoring Montreal, as we mentioned, 19-12 in this one.
I have to imagine this play is going to be centered around Justin Henry. He has had a ton of jump in this game.
Lillybridge getting some pats on the back from his backup goaltender Donovan Knapp before heading back to his crease. Number 88 in black has stood tall, denying all 19 shots he's faced so far in this one.
Oh, wow. They're going all the way in. Only one defenseman on the ice here for the Montreal Canadiens.
You're right, Maddox Burke, the forward up top, playing that sort of a rover position. Chicago wins the D-zone draw, and they send it all the way back out to center. On there for Montreal is Derry. Hands over to left side for Burke, who flips it in. Giving chase is Henry. It's rimmed around, and Montreal keeps it alive. Derry backhands it down low. Anders gives chase. Chicago fires it all the way down the ice. And that will not be an icing against Chicago, of course, as they are killing a penalty.
This is true. If you're Ashton Wambolt, how much are you begging to be out there for as much of this as you can?
Absolutely. 6-on-4 situation here for Chicago. They're down 2 players on the ice, but they're up 2 goals on the score sheet here with 2:44 to play in this third period. Face off in the neutral zone, and that's Jamison Downs lining up to take it. And now Ashton Wambolt is on the ice. Downs backhands it all the way into Montreal territory. Ashton Wambolt playing defense on a pairing with the other Wambolt, Aiden Wambolt.
It's twin tuition.
There you go.
Oh.
Now a huge hit thrown.
Yeah, that's going to level
and
up.
Montreal is going to go down a player on the ice. And Wambolt is over there to congratulate his teammate on being bowled over and drawing that penalty.
But this is going to limit his opportunities to score.
Oh,
he has to be careful here not to get an unsportsmanlike penalty added on.
Penalty box door absolutely slammed there by Maddox Burke, number 19 for the Canadiens.
Too many men on the ice here for the Canadiens, but
now they've got it sorted out. It'll be a 4-on-4 situation here for the foreseeable future. And now Montreal turns it over. Puck down low, Gelsink hands it off. Chicago trying to maneuver. It's down low again, now in front, and that pass picked off by Anders, but it's kept in by Wambolt. Ivkovic up ahead, finds his man. It's Derry with speed. Derry making moves. Derry on the backhand, and denying that shot was Wambolt. Now Chicago sends it all the way down the ice. It's deflected into Montreal territory. It won't be an icing call. Ivkovic back on it, being hassled there by Wambolt, who forces the turnover. In front, here's a chance. Guessing shot. Stop the rebound. Trickles through the crease, and now Montreal takes it away. Sent out to center ice. Wambolt dumps it back in, and the goaltender, who had started to head off toward the bench, has to slide back in to keep it out. 1:29 on the clock here for Montreal. They're running out of time. Now here's Henry. Henry making moves. Coriettes to the bench. Ivkovic shoots. Glove save. The rebound. Anders off the goalpost. They score! Henry! You called it, Conrad. Henry on the board. 2-1 with 1:15 to play in the third period.
Justin Henry has been around the puck all game. Only apt that he's the one to bring this close. And Mike, we've been mentioning it. The story of this tournament so far has been late game goals.
And that's a short-handed goal for Montreal, officially, with their player being the only one in the penalty box. They had the goaltender pulled, so it was 5-aside, but nevertheless, Justin Henry, the man right now for Montreal. He gets that team on the board. Face-off at center ice is won by Chicago. Drury on it down the right side, and he sends it in. Now back on it is Derry. Derry takes the long route to get to that puck, and Chicago gets there first. It's Wambolt on it. Now it's taken away by Bryan. And now the Montreal player is tripped up, and there's going to be a penalty called against Chicago with 53.3 to go in the third period. What is happening?
This is great for Montreal, but also great if you're Ashton Wambolt. You're probably not leaving the ice here. And it looks like nope. What are they deciding? Yeah, they are going to take him off the ice, not giving him the chance at the empty net yet.
53.3 on the clock. It's going to be 4-on-4 action for the next 30 seconds. Although Montreal is going to start with its goaltender on the bench, so it'll be a 5-on-4. Montreal's penalty expires with 23.3 seconds to go in regulation time, at which point they'll have a chance with a 6-on-4.
I'm not sure what's going on here at the benches, but there's a conversation going on.
Well,
Seems like we cleared whatever it was up, but now we're ready to play.
This is chaos. Montreal has the puck in the O-zone. Anders finds his man up top. Derry shoots. Blocked en route. Now it's Henry. Sends it down low for Bryan. Anders now on it. Anders, 39 on the clock. Anders still with the puck. Makes a move. Anders is tripped. No call in the play. Oh my. Okay. Montreal. Henry up top. Fires. Glove save made. The rebound taken away by Chicago. And it comes across the blue line with 21 seconds to go. 6-on-4 now. Ivkovic carrying it in. Down the left side. Ivkovic down low. Ivkovic in front. Here's a... Oh, what a save made there by Lillibridge. Oh my goodness. What a stop to keep it 2-1. And that should pretty much do it as the final buzzer will sound. Chicago wins 2-1 over the Montreal Canadiens.
It was an incredible game. Like the drama from the late goal here from number 91, Justin Henry. Oh my goodness. And obviously elation for Chicago as they win their first game of this 2021 edition of the Brick Invitational Tournament taking place in 2022.
That save by Carter Lillibridge was a game saver. He got across with his glove and kept out that puck. What an astonishing stop there for number 88 in black to keep Chicago on top by 1 late in that third period. Dying seconds, they were down 6-on-4 on the ice. He got across, he kept it out, and Chicago emerges victorious.
I have to run here to make sure we can get our interviews with our 3 stars. But thank you so much. My name's Conrad Krauser, and I'll leave you in Mike's capable hands for a few more messages.
My goodness. Well, we'll have more with Conrad shortly here on ASTV. It's been Mike Gould along with Conrad Krauser on this Thursday evening from West Edmonton Mall at the 33rd Annual Brick Invitational Tournament. And what a game it was with CCM Chicago defeating the Montreal Canadiens 2-1. Winning goal scored by Ashton Wambolt, who had both Chicago goals in this game. Tremendous performance by number 20 in black. And then a star-making save by Carter Lillybridge in the dying seconds of regulation with his team on a 6-on-4 man disadvantage, stretching across to deny Montreal of the tying goal. Just a fantastic performance from the goaltender, who stopped 21 of the 22 Montreal shots he faced in the game. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We'll stay tuned for the 3-star selections in just a moment before sending you down to Conrad, who will take it away for our interviews with our 3 players of the game. One more time, it's the CCM Chicago team defeating the Montreal Canadiens 2-1 here at the Brick Invitational Tournament. So glad to be with you here on ASTV, here in West Edmonton Mall at the Ice Palace, at the heart of this complex here in the outskirts of Edmonton, Alberta. Mike Gould here with Conrad Krauser on ASTV. Thanking you for joining us here on this Thursday evening. Here are the 3 stars of the game as announced in the arena and selected by my broadcast partner, Conrad. Justin Henry is your 3rd star of the game. He scored the lone goal for Montreal in this one.
Mic check, mic check.
And it's Carter Lillybridge who made the game-saving stop for Chicago late in that 3rd period. Wonder who the 1st star will be. Ashton Wambolt is your man of this game, scoring both Chicago goals. Excellent performance from him. Mike Gould here with ASTV. Thank you all for joining us on the play-by-play portion of our broadcast. We'll send it down to Conrad Krauser for more with our 3-star honorees. Here we go, down at ice level.
Camera up there. See that one? The iPad up there? Conrad Krauser here once again with our 3rd star of the game, Justin Henry, and his translator, the general manager of the Canadiens. So Justin, close game. You score the goal to bring it close. How exciting was that?
La game était serrée. Tu as compté le but pour amener la game. Comment étais-tu excité?
J'étais excité parce que je pensais dans ma tête qu'on avait eu la chance de remonter puis de égaliser ça 2-2 puis d'aller cogner ça en overtime.
He was excited because he thought we had a good chance to come back and tie 2-2 and win that in overtime.
Oh, for sure. And you brought a lot of energy to your game. Does the fans, you have the largest section of fans. How does that help you when you play the game?
On a beaucoup de spectateurs. On a la section la plus grande, plus de spectateurs. Est-ce que ça t'aide dans la game?
Ça m'aide beaucoup parce qu'il y a beaucoup d'ambiance puis quand il y a de l'ambiance, ça met du momentum à la game.
He says he likes it because it brings a lot of ambiance, a lot of atmosphere, and that helps to put momentum in the game.
Merci beaucoup, Justin. And now we're going to have the goaltender with the win, Carter Lillybridge. Carter, you had some incredible saves out there, and your best friends, the Post, helped you out a little bit on occasion, too.
Yeah. This feeling is good. Loved how we won, and just happy.
It's got to be a change of atmosphere coming off the ice. 3 losses to open the tournament and finally get that win. Nearly a shutout. I promise you, I didn't say it on the broadcast. I didn't jinx it. Must have been someone at home. What does that mean to have a great game and finally be in the win column?
It feels good for my team that we won our first game, and then I played a really good game.
Perfect. I'll let you go celebrate with the rest of your teammates while Ashton Wambolt comes and joins me. Ashton, how do you still have breath left? You basically didn't leave the ice in the 3rd period looking for that 3rd goal.
Yeah, I was looking for it, but team comes first.
Always, the win is the first goal. And I saw you out there playing defense with your twin. Does that help with the communication at all, or is it sometimes a little irritating knowing it's your twin out there?
I mean, it's really fun playing with him. It's just so fun. We have fun together, and it's just so fun.
2 sets of twins on the same team. Who would have thought? But Justin, do you say we were gripping your stick a little bit tighter as that game went on, knowing that it could be a possibility here at a tournament like this?
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm sure you want to go celebrate your first win as the CCM Chicago team here at the Brick. So let you go down and celebrate. For myself, Conrad Krauser, and my co-commentator Mike Gould, we'll be back in a couple minutes. But congratulations to CCM Chicago on their first win.